Now, Niall Moran, after Article reached hard-fought 7-point victory. Niall, what's the mood in the dressing room after a game like that? I suppose just pure elation, perhaps, but how would you sum it up?
Elation and obviously relief too. They've had a very busy week. They went up to Galway Monday night and had a very tough game against Athenry. We were lucky to come out of it, and then today we looked a little bit leggy for long patches of the game, and probably we were lucky that maybe Good Counsel left us off the hook, who probably did a lot of wides that they'll be disappointed with. So look, naturally enough, look, the lads are thrilled. They're going to an All-Ireland final at any time is brilliant, and I suppose look, the sense of going up to Croke Park on Paddy's Day, obviously that's added for both Article and Kieran, so they're thrilled today, and it's good for them to enjoy today. But obviously we've no silverware all year, so therein lies the challenge for the next 12 days.
If you look at the scoreboard, you win by 2 goals and a point. Obviously, it's over the 60 minutes, but the 2 goals make the difference. One is an individual goal that I thought the man couldn't add to his highlight reel, but he has. The other one is a team goal. It's well worked. There's a nice intricate pass net to finish and a nice finish. But those 2 goals, they're the moments you need in these games, and you delivered when they were really really needed in both halves.
Yeah, obviously goals are game changers. I suppose Shane's goal in the first half probably brought us into the game when we were struggling for kind of air at that point. But look, Dermot did very well. He got a good goal there at the end, and naturally enough, goals win games. And I suppose look, for us, in order to win a final, I'm not sure who won there. It was I'm not even sure who's in the final there at the moment. Kieran's okay. So I suppose look, I think they're obviously a very very strong team as well. Look, goals win games. We're under no illusions like to this team. They've never got to win it, and all the way up along they've tended to be beaten in finals. So look, they've given themselves another opportunity to go, and it's well deserved because they're a very good bunch.
Since the Arctic Cup final, I know you've effectively played 2 games, but you've got kind of 3 outings. Are you seeing incremental improvements around the place? Guys getting used to the big occasion, getting used to these outings, and improving individual facets of their game. Are you seeing that as a coach?
Yeah, I suppose there's the guys who are finding a little bit of form, guys who might have fallen out of form, and obviously the weather conditions are changing as we go. And look, don't make no bones about it. We were very disappointed with how we performed in the Harty final. The better team won. We were poor, and I suppose there's learnings that we have from that we'll have to take forward. And so look, again, so they're finding a little bit of form as we go, but obviously Kieran's finding it as well.
Yeah, the game itself, if you rewind to the start, you have 4 points to no score down after 10 minutes. One thing I noticed, certainly from standing on the side, and there seemed to be no panic from both yourselves and the players on the pitch. There was no real that this is getting away from us, which other teams maybe, down the years you might have seen that things were getting away from you. There was no panic. You inched your way into the game. Did you feel that there was that composure in the group?
I suppose that probably comes from a little bit of experience for the lads on the pitch. They know that look, the game isn't won in the first 10 minutes, it's not lost in the first 10 minutes. And look, once we were 4 points down, but once we had a free and we got a second point there on top of it, then becomes 4-2. The complexion it changes very very quickly. And look, they know at this level of competition, and obviously in the final as well, you're playing top class opposition. You're not going to sail away from any of them, or in the same breath they're not going to sail away from you. So again, these are all lessons that hopefully we'll bring with us for the next day.
We always speak in glowing terms about the attack play, but the defensive unit in the second half, I think it was only 7 points, and all from frees. So perhaps the free count needs to come down, but it shows that you really limited them from play, and really, any shots they did take were under such pressure that they were off target.
Yeah, obviously, look, we had wind advantage in the second half too, and it probably gave us a chance to maybe tie it down. But those frees are a major concern. They were concerned last Monday, and look, again, I don't know what the expectation is of referees in terms of tackling and stuff, but I suppose, look, again, that's an area for us to work on, and hopefully kind of cut down that free count the next day.
You mentioned there going to Croke Park for the final. I mean, that's just for any player, but particularly younger player. That is just it's dream stuff, really, isn't it? You'd probably love to be talking out alongside them, but it's just such a pinnacle of their school career. Like these guys, as we've heard even John Kiley saying in recent years about teams, the same 15, 30, 40 fellas are never going to be together again. Things will change and circumstances change. But what an occasion that will prove to be, hopefully in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's super. Look, if I was 16, 17, 18, could you imagine anything cooler than going to play a match in Croke Park? And again, look, that's a sense of occasion. But I suppose what we probably need to do as players is maybe separate that sense of occasion from the reality of what's going on here. And I suppose, look, it's a competition which we've never won. So, and again, for this group, they have no silverware to show. So, as much as the occasion will be there and it's to be enjoyed and savoured, I really think probably for our group of players, there'll be a task to focus on it, and that's where our heads will be at there as of now.
So do you think the history plays, just the final thing, the history plays a part, like St. Kieran's, or everyone knows St. Kieran's history in this, yourselves the finals you had in the last decade, I think it's 3 all lost to St. Kieran's. Do you think history plays any part? I know you're going to say maybe the group are completely new to that, but do you think that can overbear people coming into these sort of occasions?
No, and again, look, that's the obvious answer, but like you're talking about, you transition a group every year within a school setup. A lot of the boys here wouldn't have even realised we were in a final 10 or 12 years ago. And again, look, that's the opposition. Who cares who the opposition is for both teams? It's a match to be played, it's 60 minutes, and like the reality of it is, you can talk about all these things and lead up to a match, they matter for nothing. A game can turn on its head in the first minute and the last minute, and history has no bearing